Charlotte.
Good morning, and thank
Hi,
you.
Charlotte.
Hi. Wanted to ask about the clear light. If you could give us a description, obviously for those of us who've never been there, what it's like, how to.
Well, the problem with describing the clear light is that it's indescribable.
Okay. How about the bits then?
No, I give you an idea. I mean, it's like, the Dalai Lama says formless, clear, knowing. Lama Yeshe used to say zero. You could say space. The closest thing to the clear light is just space, you know?
But it's not dark like space. I always
No, it's not dark like space. It's just unimpeded like space. Like it's actually, in the descriptions, when you go through the death dissolutions, what they say is the clear light is like a clear autumn dawn sky. So it's not dark, but the light is kind of gentle and dim. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And what happens when you go through the death dissolutions, and I hope y'all could get that teaching from Lama Zopa. What they say is, you go through as you get more and more subtle, you go through the white, the red, and the black narrative.
Is to overcome all our obscurations, to help all beings overcome illness, including our own, and spread the Dharma in these degenerate times. And then she started, then she started to describe the body, speech, and mind. Oops, sorry. Camera. Then she started off saying about the speech, not just being blah blah, but to remember that the speech is based on the winds in the throat chakra. The purifying of the speech is working with our emotions. I hadn't really totally thought about all these things that she was recommending. So as well, and it works better if we work with our emotional and to help the physical body. And we tend to just focus on the physical body. And then when that's settled down, then we can more appreciate our mind. If we've worked on all the other physical problems, dealing with our emotional problems, then focus on the mind. And it's important to deal with these emotions. We are not skilled in order to bring harmony to ourselves, but we need to bring harmony to others. A lot of the imprints we have are from childhood, from previous lives. We repress them so much, so we stay in these same patterns. And Naropa, he recommended we relax, don't accept, don't reject. We don't want these skeletons in our cupboards, so it's important to have the mind connection.
I'm just going to interrupt, Barbara. Thank you.
It's our mind connection, thank goodness.
Thank you. Paula, the floor is yours. Can you, have you frozen again? Paula? Okay, Paula dropped out. Sorry to interrupt then, Barbara.
Carry on. And then Paula said, we need to improve and connect with our inner world. And as it's hard to be in the present, spend half our life in what's happened in the past. So we need to take refuge in the relationship with ourselves, to be aware, not to push away things. Don't repress anger, but to look at it, analyze it, why we have this anger, because anger is mainly at ourselves. Learn through practicing refuge and bodhicitta, then we can be more in contact with ourselves, just being good people. Breathing is really important. It anchors us to our spaciousness, to be and to let go. So we gain experience and find our true nature. In our society, we're not really taught emotional confidence. Our emotional states affect our mental states, physical states, autoimmune. So settle the mind, come home, straighten the body, call the Buddhas. Now we'll start the practice. I'll start it because I'm not sure what's going to happen. Sorry, you've got me. Let's go back to the beginning. Right, so if you motivate yourselves here in the present, we're doing this practice for our own improved health, improved mind, energy, emotional strength, physical strength, in order that we can benefit all beings and lead them to enlightenment. Right, homage to Aryatara, the wish-fulfilling wheel, the mother who gives birth to the Buddhas of the 3 times. Just by remembering you, all attainments are bestowed, all fears and dangers are pacified.
I'm just going to interrupt Barbara. Thank you. Paula's back. Thank you so much. Paula, Paula, do you want to take over? Every time I stop you.
I know.
Sorry.
No,
Okay, just carry on. It looks like she's frozen again. I'm sorry.
Oh, poor Paul. So now we do the refuge. I and all living beings as extensive as space, from today on until the essence of enlightenment is achieved. Take refuge in the glorious holy gurus. Take refuge in the holy accomplished Buddhas. Take refuge in the holy Dharma. Take refuge in the Supreme Assembly. I take refuge in the Venerable Lady White Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel, and the complete entourage of deities. I and all living beings as extensive as space, from today on until the essence of enlightenment is achieved, take refuge in the glorious holy gurus, take refuge in the fully accomplished Buddhas, take refuge in the holy Dharma, take refuge in the Supreme Assembly. I take refuge in the Venerable Lady White Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel, and the complete entourage of deities. I and all living beings as extensive as space, from today on until the essence of enlightenment is achieved, take refuge in the glorious holy gurus, take refuge in the fully accomplished Buddhas, take refuge in the holy Dharma, take refuge in the Supreme Assembly. I take refuge in the Venerable Lady White Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel, and the complete entourage of deities. Please bestow your blessings on my mind stream. Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Namo Guru Bhye, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. In order to attain the fully accomplished state of a Buddha, for the sake of all living beings, I will enter into the sadhana of white Tara, the wish-fulfilling wheel. And then we go on to the 4 immeasurables. So at the end of each sentence, just pause and just think of what we've just recited. May all living beings be endowed with happiness and the causes of happiness. May all living beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all living beings be endowed with the happiness that is free from suffering. May all living beings remain in a state of equanimity, free of the mind that attaches to the appearance of inherent existence and the objects that it grasps, the cause of aversion and attachment. Gods and Asuras with their crowns, bow down to your lotus feet. I prostrate to Mother Tara, liberator of all fears. Now the mandala offering, we'll just say it together. The ground is blessed with scent and flowers strewn, adorned with Mount Meru, the 4 lands, sun and moon, transformed as a pure land and offered. May all wandering beings enjoy this Buddha land. All those objects of my mind's 3 poisons, coveted, friend, foe, and stranger, body, wealth, worldly pleasure. Without a feeling of loss, I surrender. Receive them, please, and free all beings from their bondage. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamiyatayami. Now we take the Bodhisattva vows, which help us with our original motivation, where we promise to help all beings. So now we take the vows themselves. I take refuge in the 3 jewels. I regret all my unwholesome deeds. I rejoice in the merit of all beings. I will hold bodhicitta until enlightenment. I take refuge until complete enlightenment in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly, in order to fulfill the purpose of myself and others. I generate the mind of enlightenment. Having generated the mind of enlightenment, I invite all living beings as my guests. I will remain in this excellent conduct of the Bodhisattvas. Thereby, may I achieve the state of a Buddha in order to benefit all living beings. The objects of refuge, which is the field of accumulation of merit, dissolves into me, and I relax into the natural state of existence. Om Sarva Shuddha Sawa Dhamma Sarva Shuddhoham. Now we dissolve into emptiness. Now we'll do the meditation on on the rising from emptiness. Just do this slowly. Out of emptiness, from the syllable Pam, comes a white lotus, and from R a moon disk, on top of which is my own consciousness in the form of a white syllable Tam, emanating rays of light. The light collects back, and I become the venerable, wish-fulfilling Arya Tara, with a white body, one face, and 2 arms. My right hand is in the gesture of supreme giving. My left hand is at my heart and holds between thumb and ring finger the stem of a Nepali flower that blossoms at the level of my ear. It has 3 blossoms. The center one in full bloom, the right one having already blossomed and gone to fruit, and the left not yet open. These 3 symbolize the Buddhas of the 3 times. I am adorned with jeweled ornaments and clad in a variety of silken garments. My upright body is supported by a moon disk, and I am seated in the Vajra position. At my crown is a white Om. At my throat is a red R. And at my heart a blue Hum. At my heart on a moon disk is the white syllable Tam, which emanates rays of light, inviting from the Patala Buddha field in the south, the venerable wish-fulfilling Arya Tara, surrounded by an assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Sahum Bam Ho. Thus, invoking the wisdom beings to come and abide in my experience of Tara. I prostrate to Mother Tara, the liberator of beings from existence, the one who liberates from the 8 worldly fears with Tutari, who frees from all illnesses with Ture. All the wisdom, compassion, and activities of the Buddhas appear in the form of the extremely beautiful goddess. To the one who is brilliantly white, who holds an opala flower in her hand, and who bestows longevity and supreme attainments to sentient beings, I bow. So just meditate for a few minutes on that visualization. Now you have a clear visualization of Tara. We'll start off with the next visualization. At the heart chakra of Tara is an 8-spoke wheel with a hub and 3 rims. At the center, on a moon disk, is my own mind as a white tam, encircled by the mantra for increase. Om Tare Tatari Ture Mama Ayapana Jana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. On the 8 spokes are 8 syllables. Tare Tutare Ture Soha. On the inner rim, the vowels are placed counterclockwise. Om e o ri 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 li 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 e o ma a so ha. On the middle rim, the consonants are arranged clockwise. Om kakagana, chachajana, chachajana, tatadana, tatadana, papabama, yaralawa, shashashasik, yash so ha. On the outer rim is the mantra of the essence of dependent arising, arranged clockwise. Om Ye Dharma Heti Prabhava Hetan Tasham Tatagata Havadara Tesham Charya Nirada Ema Badi Maha Shramana Ye Soha. The seed syllable and all the letters of the mantra are in the nature of light. Dewdrops of nectar stream forth from the letters. Try and get a very strong visualization of those, the different wheels and the spokes. At my crown is the Lord of the family, Lord Amaziah, red in colour, with one face and two arms. He is holding a golden vase filled with the nectar of immortality in the gesture of meditative equipoise. Clad in silk and jeweled ornaments, he sits in the Vajra position. He is adorned at the heart with the red syllable Hri, from which hook-like red rays of light emanate in all 10 directions, collecting all of my life energies that have been robbed, stolen, or caused to be taken away, or scattered by human and non-human beings, as well as the essence of the 5 great elements, and the life energies and merits of all living beings, the brilliance and dignity of the 3 worlds, and so forth. All the wealth and goodness of existence and the blessings of the body, speech, and mind of the Guru, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas are collected back in the form of nectar and rays of light in different colors and absorb into the vase in Amaziah's hands. By this absorption, the white nectar overflows and enters into my crown, opening, absorbing into the wheel, the mantra and the seed syllable at my heart. From that, rays of nectar flow down, filling my entire body. My outer body is washed. The accumulation of unwholesome imprints and obscurations, illnesses, disturbances, and obstacles of life are cleansed and purified, thus restoring my life energies, merits, and broken vows and commitments, and I attain the city of immortality. You can do this visualization while we recite the mantra. Om Tare Tatare Mama Aya Punajana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Right, we'll do 7 of these together and then the rest of the mala on the breath. Om Tare Tatare Turi Mama Aya Punajana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Tare Tatare Turi Mama Aya Punajana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Tare Tatare Turi Mama Aya Punajana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Tare Tatare Turi Mama Aya Punajana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Tare Tatare Turi Mama Aya Punajana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Tare Tatare Turi Mama Aya Punajana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Tare Tatare Turi Mama Aya Punajana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Tare Tatare Turi. Om Tari Turi Turi Mama Ayapunajana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Tari Turi Turi Mama Ayapunajana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Om Tari Turi Mama Ayapunajana Pushtim Kuriye Soha. Now we'll move on to the visualization of us with the different colors. So that try and visualize this strongly as the colors come up and around us and the blue apali flowers in between each color. Try and make it a strong, very strong visualization. Outside of myself is a white wheel made of space iron with a space inside like two hats joined together. The 10 spokes above and below and in the 8 directions have very sharp points, turning clockwise at an extremely fast speed, thereby cutting into pieces all obstacles. Tongues of flames of light burn and swirl, and thus all disturbing forces are completely burnt, like feathers burnt in a fire. Again, from the wheel and the mantras at my heart, white rays of light emanate, filling my entire body, pacifying illness, disturbances, obscuration, and unwholesome imprints, and all obstacles to life. The rays of light go out of the pores of my body and form a white circle of light outside of myself, bringing about the accomplishment of all peaceful activities. And from these white rays go into yellow rays of light, which emanate, filling my body, bringing about an increase of life, merit, and the wisdoms of hearing, contemplation, and meditation. The light radiates out, forming a yellow circle outside the white circle, bringing about the accomplishment of activities of increase. And then red rays of light emanate, endowing me with the power and energy to bring the three worlds under my control. The light radiates out, forming a red circle outside of the yellow circle, bringing about the accomplishments of the activities of control. Then dark blue rays of light emanate, endowing me with the power and energy to achieve all activities of destruction. The lights radiate out, forming a blue circle outside the red circle, bringing about the accomplishment of the activities of destruction. Green rays of light emanate, endowing me with the power to achieve all enlightened activities. Lights radiate out, forming a circle of green light outside of the blue circle, bringing about the accomplishment of all enlightened activities. Then purple or brown rays of light emanate, bringing about stability of the power of activities and attainments. The light radiates out, forming a purple circle outside the green circle, bringing about stability. All these 6 circles are egg-shaped and of one single piece, very hard and strong, and cannot be destroyed even by the winds at the end of existence. All the space between each circle is filled with fresh, newly blossomed blue Paula flowers, soft and tender. Try to keep your mind fixed on this visualization. Just think of this visualization for a few moments. Then we will recite the Tara mantra. We'll do 7 together and then the rest of the mala on the breath. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. 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 And we recite Vajrasattva mantra to cleanse ourselves of errors of excess and omission. Om Padmasabhata Samaya Manupalaya Padmasabhata Tanapatita Drita Mebawa Sutta Mebawa Siva Mebawa Narakt Mebawa Sawa Siddhi Meparan Sasawa Kama Sitsame Sesam Shrim Kuruhum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Pam Padma Mamansa Padma Bhava Masame Sapa Ahum Pe. Whatever mistakes I have made because of not knowing or lacking ability or not finding the proper materials, please be patient with these. Then we do the offerings. To the Supremely Noble Goddess, I offer actual and imaginary substances, water for drinking and bathing, flowers, incense, lights, perfume, food, and music, the outer, inner, secret, and suchness offerings, the pleasures of the 5 senses, auspicious symbols, all the prosperity and magnificence of gods and humans, Samantrabhadra's oceans of offering clouds. Now we go to the praises. All the wisdom, compassion, and activities of the Buddhas appear in the form of an extremely beautiful goddess. To the one who is brilliantly white, who holds an Upala flower in her hand, and who bestows longevity and supreme attainments to sentient beings, I bow. Since mother sentient beings are unaware that they themselves are the Dharmakaya, their minds are navigated by afflictive emotions as they wander adrift through cyclic existence. Mother Goddess, please protect them. Dharma has not yet arisen from the depths of some beings' hearts. By adhering to mundane words, they're deceived by erroneous philosophies. Authentic Mother Goddess, please protect them. having seen the nature of mind itself, so difficult to recognize, some still do not habituate it, but remain distracted by negative activities. Mindful Mother Goddess, please protect them. Regardless of what they do, some remain shackled by their habitual pattern of dualistic grasping at the self-arising mind of non-dual wisdom. Goddess of the mind of non-duality, please protect them. Although they dwell in the absolute truth, some are ignorant of the interdependence of cause and effect and confused by the meaning of that which should be understood. Omniscient Mother Goddess, please protect them. Certain individuals do not yet comprehend that by possessing an innate space like nature, free of mental concept, all phenomena are inseparable from space. Perfectly enlightened Mother, please protect them. Now we go to the dissolution. So go back strongly to your visualization of the egg-like circles and the protections while we dissolve them. From the syllable at my heart, rays of light emanate. All the container and contained dissolve into light and absorb into the purple circle. The 6 circles and the protective wheel dissolves in stages from outer to inner. The protective wheel also dissolves into me. I absorb into the wheel into the mantra rings, the rings into the tam, which dissolve by stages into emptiness. Out of emptiness, I arise as the Lady Tara, marked at the crown with the Om, at the throat with an R, and at the heart with a Hum. If you have objects representing the wisdom beings, then please reside in these images. By residing for the benefit of all living beings, please bestow your blessings of health, life, energies, power, and supreme attainment on Supravashita Vajra Soha. If you have no objects, then recite on Vajramu. The wisdom beings depart to their natural abodes. The commitment beings absorb into me. Then we do the dedication. Through the merit collected by this practice, may I quickly attain the state of the wish-fulfilling Arya Tara. May I lead all living beings without exception to her state of enlightenment. When the signs of untimely death appear, by instantly seeing the form of the wish-fulfilling wheel, the power of the Lord of Death is eliminated. May I swiftly attain the state of a knowledge holder of immortality. Through the roots of merit accumulated by this meditation, recitation, praises and offerings to the Venerable Tara, may all obstacles, interferences, evils and disturbances be pacified, and may I enjoy the glory of immortality. By merely seeing your body, hearing your speech and remembering you, all signs of untimely death are destroyed. In all my lifetimes, may I be guided by the Venerable Tara, and may I be able to enjoy the Holy Dharma. May I swiftly attain the activities of pacification, increase, power, and destruction, the 8 siddhis and so forth. May I quickly attain all the common and supreme attainments, and may all my hope and wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. Whoever holds this sweet dew of nectar of immortality, the sadhana of the white Paula flower in the palms of their hands, respectfully, Arya Tara will rejoice in that fortunate being. Wendy, have you got the dedications?
Sure, thank you so much. There we go. Okay.
Oh, shall we do the prayer? I meant the dedications, the people dedications.
Oh, so sorry. Yep. Didn't know if you wanted the...
Well, I wasn't... Well, we've done a dedication. I don't think Paula does the long one at lunch.
No, you're right. There we go.
Sorry.
No.
Right. Work.
Do you want me to read them?
Yeah, please, because it's a bit small on my PC.
Yeah, sorry. Gabriel and family, Alaro, Jacqueline White, Chockling Rinpoche, Mika Klassen, whose legs have been amputated, and his mother Deborah, Shelley Orlando and her family, Rowena's mum Eileen Price, Sonia Hassan, may she have a perfect human rebirth. She was 45 years old and died in a mental health institution. Helen Jeffries, who has stomach problems. Decky Lee, ongoing recovery from her horrendous car accident. Pitt Newman, diabetes and complications. Catherine Flatt, Anne Lynch, who just died, and her daughter Tricia. Lassor Mountain, Tenzin and Dolma Kunsang, Jeff Jukes, Yeshi Palmo, Kathy Rodham, Jodie Galt, Ros and Tim and Elias, all afflicted with COVID-19 and the consequences of that. Kathy and Peter Ambrose and their children, Ashton, Chelsea and Devon. Danny Vogel Sidhu, her son Zach Sidhu and mother Jerry. Jenny Higgins, Rosalind Cicerone Hills and husband Mike Hills, who just passed away. Boris Vayner, Michelle, Jack Hopkins, who died, and his wife Kay Hopkins. Helen Kopecki, leg amputation. Dave Taylor, terminal bowel cancer. Irene Marcuse, kidney cancer. Elizabeth, for her long life and well-being. And for Julie Kay, her children, husband, family members and dog. And everyone else who needs
one. Yeah, I'd just like to add my my friend, long-standing friend Kate Murray. She's got COVID, and just to add to all the problems she's had over the last few years, when she lost one of her children who passed away. So we sent her lots of love and healing light.